How do people end up in lives they've outgrown? I'm not talking about lives they hate or lives that are falling apart. I'm talking about lives that used to make sense. Lives that were once aligned. Jobs, hometowns, relationships, friends, identities. How do we wake up one day and realize this doesn't fit me anymore? And I think the better question is, why do we stay? I don't think that most people stay because they're weak. I think that most people stay because a new path comes with a lot of uncertainty. The lives they're currently living are familiar, sometimes even predictable. But familiar doesn't always mean aligned. And familiar and safety are not always the same thing. What if one of the reasons we end up in lives we've outgrown is because we've inherited a definition of safety that we've never questioned? My name's Kirsten. Hello. Welcome to my channel. On my channel, I focus on how to build a life that lights you up. When history and circumstances around you suggest that what you want to achieve is impossible, when there is no evidence that what you want to achieve is possible, you have to become the proof. So, today I want to talk to you guys about something that completely shifted the way I view change, growth, and living a life that actually feels aligned. I used to think that safety meant certainty. A steady paycheck, predictability, not rocking the boat, making decisions that others understand or approve of. But after a while, I started to notice a pattern. Things that look safe on the outside don't always feel safe on the inside. And this became a lens I started to view my life through. I feel like you can see my hand more than usual. So how do we get here? Often, lives are not built overnight. Well, rarely are they outgrown overnight. We drift, detach. We stop checking in with ourselves. We start saying things to ourselves like, "This is fine. No big deal." We might even start convincing ourselves that this is good for me. Yeah. This is a good thing. But the truth doesn't just go away because you stop listening to it. Environments that once fit slowly start not fitting. Okay, we've reached our destination. Let's talk about confusing familiarity with safety. A job can feel familiar. Hometown can feel familiar. Relationships can feel familiar. Friends can feel familiar. Familiar is not bad. And that's what makes this so hard. Because just because you've outgrown something doesn't mean it's terrible. But often, when you are becoming the version of yourself that you feel called to be, it tends to shed a light on things in your life that used to fit and no longer do. You start to notice that they don't seem to support or enhance who you are like they used to. You start to notice a growing sense of tension within you. The lack of compatibility just keeps getting louder and louder and heavier. And this is where familiarity can get tricky. A job can feel familiar because you've worked there for many years. A hometown can feel familiar because the streets are filled with memories. Friends can feel familiar because they've been with you through many seasons. A relationship can feel familiar because you know exactly what to expect. Familiarity has a way of disguising itself as safety. We start asking ourselves things like, maybe I should stay. Maybe this is good enough. Great, even. Maybe wanting something different is selfish. Maybe I should be grateful. The question's not, is this familiar? The question is, does this fit who I'm becoming? Honestly, at this point, I feel like I want to tell you to pat yourself on the back. Because hearing this sort of stuff can be really uncomfortable. Recognizing that you have or are outgrowing something can be very painful. But the fact that you are even aware of it shows that you have reached a level of clarity that a lot of people never reach. You're noticing what fits, what doesn't fit. You're paying attention. And that's something to be proud of. So, let's talk about who gave you your definition of safety? Did you choose it? Did your parents give it to you? Did culture teach it to you? Did your fear teach it to you? Did your past experiences teach it to you? This isn't about blaming anyone. This is about awareness. So what's it gonna cost if you stay in a life that you've outgrown? Not every situation requires you to leave. But every situation requires you to be honest. If you stay in a life that you've outgrown, things it's going to cost you are your growth, your energy, your purpose, self-trust, and your time. So, let's redefine safety, shall we? For years, I would choose environments that felt safe. And that was really valuable, sincerely. Those environments provided me support, stability, comfort, people who care about me. But over time, I started to realize something. Just because an environment feels safe doesn't mean it gave me enough room to grow. I would find myself accommodating so many people all the time. I wouldn't even realize I'm disconnected from myself. Or I'd be focused on fitting into an environment so much that I wouldn't even notice that the environment no longer fits me. And this is when I began to redefine safety. I don't feel like safety is just about feeling protected. I feel like safety is about having enough space to become who you're meant to be. Having enough space to grow, to explore, to develop your unique gifts. To discover what genuinely feels aligned for you. So maybe safety isn't about staying where you've always been. Maybe safety is about trusting yourself to become who you feel called to be. Who you're meant to be. So I'm going to leave you with this. The question is, what definition of safety are you carrying? And more importantly, did you choose it? I don't know if you can hear that there's a party boat over there. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. I always love hanging out with you. I have so much fun with you. I hope you got something useful out of this. I'm always so honored that you give me your time. And yeah. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you. Bye.